Assalamu alaikum, Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Last night you explained the Surah Al-Zalzala. The surah indicates that all spiritual disturbance occur by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How does this verse address or negate the belief that black magic and jadoo practices can cause human illnesses? But how does the surah indicates that all spiritual disturbances occur by the will of Allah. How does this verse address the belief that black magic or jadoo practices can cause human illnesses?
Everything is by permission of Allah. How can anything happen to anyone without the permission of Allah? So this is a part of human's free will. One's human free will wanting to inflict harm upon others, and another person's free will is to protect themselves and live a life of protection. And these types of difficulties that come to people, then they have to live a life of protecting themselves, seeking out. Many times the people who come towards spirituality have many experiences, many of them spiritual. So it's for that very reason that they seek out a spiritual remedy, because they say, oh no, we know what negativity is, we've experienced the attack from it. Anyone who's experienced the attack from negativity, it give you more yaqeen in Allah, because if you verified that the devil is real, imagine then what your belief for the heavens should be. It's those that don't have any experience in anything, they're always doubting, I don't know what you mean, I don't know what you mean. So they should pray that Allah test them. As a result then they get certainty. All you need is a couple of devils attacking you and biting you at night to make sure you have extreme certainty in the heavens. Then you'll have certainty in the madad, the shaykhs, and asking for help. Because the first thing you yell out is for Allah to help and nothing helps you, because that's not how the test works. Then they seek all sorts of remedies, du'as, until their guidance is a grant in which Allah grants them guidance, and they seek out the guides that teach them, look, all help and power is in the hands of Sayyidina Muhammad. And your connection is important to the prophetic reality, and your proximity to the prophetic reality is then the power of your protection. Because Allah is with Nabiyeen, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i wa Saliheen, and it's very common sense. Why would you think that you could get to Allah but Allah would be alone? So where would the Nabiyeen, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i wa Saliheen be? If you think that you could be with Allah alone or go directly to be in Allah's presence, no, Allah's telling us in Qur'an, no, I'm with Nabiyeen, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i wa Saliheen, means that we have to keep their company knowing that Allah is with them. So this is the path of humility and the path of those whom are seeking a relief. So for every condition Allah puts His servant in, there's a solution, and that is causing them to seek that solution. So these are all a part of the program. But last night's tafsir is the daleel and immense realities of tafakkur, because right before pilgrimage Allah reminding that, look, we open up and make you to quake, means we can only provide the opening, not the things you do, not the places you go, but it has to be by permission of Allah that He opens the physicality like the arq, that He will shake it and crack it, and He will begin to release what's within inside people. And only the people of muhasabah will be astonished at what's coming out of them, that what is this badness, what is this character, what are these contaminants and sins and all of these actions that are coming out. Because the heedless, they don't know what comes out, even if they're shaken they don't understand what's coming out, they think this is just what it is. But the people of tafakkur, they should be looking for that to come out. When they see the badness come out, they see the bad character come out, then they understand that this is a quaking. Many times they shake and they sweat, they have many different experiences in their tafakkur and energy training. And that was a great detail, Surat Al-Zalzala, of their reactions, and what's hidden within will come out and begin to vomit out all of its realities and all of its badness and all of its sins. And then Allah gives to us that the atom weight of good will be accounted for and atom weight of bad will be accounted for. So people shouldn't just casually say, it doesn't matter. Allah saying an atom's weight will matter. So then our life is muhasabah, keep an accounting. And that's when the tariqahs come and say, do your awrad, do your zikrs, do your tafakkur, don't make everything sort of common and easy and say it doesn't matter. Allah is saying in this Qur'an that everything will count. So He's going to do an audit and every bad to an atom's weight will be counted and every good to an atom's weight will be counted. So then try in our lives to make sure the good is higher than the bad, and don't think the bad it doesn't matter. No, everything going to matter. So that way you make sure that the good is always higher and stronger than the bad. And that's why we say the amilu salihat, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu amilu salihat. O who you believe with righteous deeds, righteous works. That's why faith in action. If it's belief that you have, do good deeds, do khidmat, do service. That service gets 10 times. So you may throughout the day do many things that are bad in Allah's eyes. What you eat, what you say, how you breathe, what you wear, what you said, what you did may have many marks against us by Allah's score. But those whom they do good deeds and they do khidmat and righteousness, those are hasanats counted as 10. So even 10 good deeds will be granted 100 rewards. So that's why Allah is giving to them, if you believe, wa amilu salihat, then have righteous deeds and actions if it's belief that you have. So this is the people of tafakkur and contemplation. When people say, where is tafakkur, where is all this in Qur'an? They have eyes but they don't see, because these are from the eyes of guidance, not the eyes of common people. So the quaking and shaking and the reality of 99, the reality of 11, all of these Allah's putting it on to the realities of muraqabah and muhasabah, inshaAllah.